Hey guys, welcome to another review, and I've got something a bit different from what I normally review. It's a statue, which I'm not overly fond of statues. I'm more of a fan of figures, but I do make exceptions when they're really nice statues. And this is a perfect example of Admiral Kirk, at the time he was an admiral, and Captain Picard on the horses from the scene in Star Trek VII: The Next Generation, when they were both trapped in the Nexus ribbon. Here it is, looking very cool. But as usual, I will have to show you the package first. It's made by a company called Everybody Loves to Get Applause, which is never really heard of them. But here's the box, as you can see here. It doesn't look particularly Star Trek like. Here it says not a toy, for decoration only. It looks kind of odd. I mean, I like the font and how they've done it here. I forget whether they actually use that for the film as a title, as in like this kind of font. Regardless, I like it, and the logo looks nice as well. It's different. On this side, we've just got that collectible figure with this same pattern here. That being said, when I look at this, is it meant to represent the Nexus ribbon? Because I'm sure it didn't look like that. I haven't seen the film in a while, but yeah, just comment below if that is what it's meant to represent. So yeah, that's all that. And on the bottom you just got this stuff here talking about Captain Kirk meets Captain Picard limited edition figurine. That's pretty cool. So he was a captain. Oh yeah, he got D-ranked, didn't he, after Star Trek 4? I completely forgot. Anyway, I need to brush up before I do these reviews. So there's the package. It's essentially just, there's a bit of a styrofoam there, as you can see, with a mould for the statue which just holds it in place essentially. So yeah, I picked this up for £10 from a local collector's shop, the same shop that I got my Captain Scarlet figure from, that I reviewed earlier. But anyway, here we have the piece, and it's very nice. I'll start off with your display base, or just the base of it, I suppose. Here it says Star Trek Generations, as you can see there. The shape of this is very unique and nice. It reminds me of the Enterprise D, the bridge, how it like kind of curves down the circle section, and then here is where Councillor Troy would sit. Here's where Captain Picard would sit, and that's where Commander Riker would sit. So I think that's what they were coming from with the design of this shape, but it looks very nice. It's got that nice logo here with Star Trek Generations, and some relatively nice detail here, detailing grass and what have you, and shrubs, stones. What that brown stuff is, I don't know. Bear in mind it's right next to a horse, so I'm just going to use my imagination and I'll let you do the same. A very heavy piece as well. This is heavier than it looks, because this is like solid, I don't know what you want to call it, resin maybe, or something like that. And it's got this nice pattern going all the way along here. It kind of reminds me of the Mos Eisley cantina from Star Wars. Like the tables, they'd have designs similar to this, wouldn't they? Here we have some very nice painted detail and what have you for these bushes. It looks very cool. Nice mixture with a black wash, it looks realistic. Same stuff over here. And on the bottom, the company's name, 1999, and you can see I've got number 360 out of 5,000. It's a very nice number. So, yep, that's that. Moving on to the actual pieces on the model. Here we have Picard's horse. It looks very nice, or I'll just say it because I don't know whether it's a he or she. I can't remember whether they specified. The horse's mane is done very nicely, as you can see here. He's holding I'm just going to call it a leash because I don't really know that much about horses. You can see there. This one's got one foot in the air, which makes it look a bit different from the other one, which is nice. And it has a white section here just above the hoof, or whatever you want to call it, whereas this is just a solid brown. And it is cracked from there as well, actually. You can just about make it out. It's cracked from here, but not at the back, so Realistically, if it was to break off, I could just glue it back, no problem. Cards there. Horse's tail looks very cool. And the saddle. Every professional horse rider always carries a saddle. Here he is. You can see he's got his 4 button pin things on his collar to simplify captain. He's got his Generations costume, which was used in Voyager also. It looks pretty cool. The badge there, as you can see. I've tried to recreate it rather well actually, in my opinion, considering the scale. That being said, it isn't that difficult to do, but considering how old the figure is. His hairline's a bit kind of odd, but the face sculpt is not the best, but I like it still because I don't think it was designed to be a massive replica piece. It was just for decoration, and I think it looks really cool. And both of his feet are also in these footrests. I don't know what the technical name is for them, but yeah. Here we have Kirk's horse, or steed, or whatever. This is a black tail, and from the look of it, it's the exact, no, it's a different sculpt. This one looks nicer though, because it just comes out better. Here we have Kirk's legs in the armrest things. He has a different colour leash and the costume, which looks very cool. You can see he has a bit of discoloration on the right side of his forehead. There is a reason. The paint wasn't the best on this figure, so I had to make do. I used a bit of my mom's nail polish, and that's what happened. So yeah, as long as you're not really up close, it looks perfectly fine. When I bought it, Kirk had quite a few problems regarding this black section here, this white section, and this black section not being painted that well. So I just went over it with a bit of Sharpie, and it looks a lot nicer now. So it's very, very cool. This is. Both of the figures look very nice, and on a display piece, these look nice. I have them next to my Diamond Select Kirk with a fighting Khan, my Spock with the Horta, and my Picard from Diamond Select as well. This is next to them, and it looks really nice. It's a very nice heavy piece, and it's something you'd have to go on the internet to find. The company is still in business to this day actually. They made other pieces from Star Trek. They did, I think it was Kirk and Spock when they were fighting. I know that they did this one really nice one. It was Kirk and Spock when they meet Christopher Pike, and he's in that chair thing where it bleeps once for yes and twice for no, I think. I think it's twice for yes and once for no. It doesn't matter. And yeah, it looks very cool. And they've also got one of the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. So these are very nice pieces. They're a bit pricey on the internet, like 50 to 60, I don't know. I just managed to get a good deal at 20. No, sorry, it was 20, but I got it for 10 because I know the guy and he always gives me a good deal. It's Picard's head, looking as shiny as ever. And yeah, it's just a fantastic, fantastic piece. It's very nicely detailed for the most part. The paint could have been a bit better, but considering how old it is, I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. And yeah, on a rating level, I'd give it a 7 out of 10 because it's a very unique piece. It's different. I mean, it would never have occurred to me to get a statue of the two of them on horses together, so it's very, very nice and very imaginative. So actually, no, for that reason, I'm going to bump it up to an 8. If the face sculpts and the paint was a bit better, it would definitely be a 10. It's very well sized as well, I think, for an ornament piece, and yeah, it's just an awesome, awesome piece, and I hope you enjoyed my review. Anyway, take care guys.